In today's tutorial we have 3 sizes of hats, and the title of this video is indicating what size we're working with today. We have the 2 to 4 of age size, we have the 8 to 10 years of age size, and then we have an adult size right here. These are called the Ridges family crochet hats. They are quite easy to make, and again the title of this video is indicating which one that we'll be working with today. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on the Ridges family crochet hat. This is the 2 to 4 years of age. You're going to need a 5mm size H crochet hook today and 1 ball of Caron 1-pound yarn. For 1-pounders you can get 11 of these hats out of 1 whole ball. Let's move along to the tutorial. So let's look at the pattern quickly together, and you're going to notice that all 3 dimensions or sizes of these hats are available on one pattern. So it's only 1 page just like so. So you're going to notice that each one of the instructions are available in a different color when it comes to doing the instructions here. So don't let this confuse you, because not everything that you need to do over here applies to every one of the sizes. So the 2 to 4 is represented by this color, and it says that 1 ball of Caron 1-pound can do 11 hats, 8 to 10 years of age can do 8 hats, and then the adult can do 6. So you're just matching the colors. So when you're going to do these instructions, it's gonna say as we start, and it's got the 3 digits there. So you just do the color that is the size that you want. So say you want to do the 2 to 4 size, and you know that the 2 to 4 size is this color. So when you go to chain, you just look at what color that you want to do. So it's 54. In the next round it's then 54 again. But you'll notice that some instructions have nothing like that in there. So that just means that you apply these instructions to no matter what size of the pattern that you're doing. And when you come back then to round number 3, it says repeat rounds 2 and 3, and then it will say what the numbers are. So 2 times is the 2 to 4, 3 times is the 8 to 10, and 4 times is the adult. So you just got to follow the instructions, looking for these particular colors in the instructions in order to tell you what to do. Another thing about this pattern that you should be aware of, we're used to doing hats always from the top, working our way down to the forehead. This one we're going to work from the forehead going all the way to the top of the hat. Now what you're going to notice in this particular one is that, and it might just be me, but it could be you as well, is that I love working on hats because you can get like halfway down and then it slows down and then you can get to your final steps. This one here, it starts off slow in the sense of crocheting, but as you work your way up it gets faster and faster and faster as you make your way to the top of the hat. So it's a bit backwards in the sense of timing, so you're gonna invest more time right up at the front of the project, and then as you get halfway through it's gonna get faster and faster. So if you look at it from that perspective, because I know you're gonna start and you're gonna say, man, this hat's taken forever, but it does speed up as you get closer to the top, and just be aware of that. Let's get started on the child size. This is a 2 to 4 years of age, and it says to chain 54. So watch what I do. We already have the slip knot on, is that we're just gonna roll back and pull through. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can I show you a tip right now? When we go to finish this ring, we need to have it so that this does not twist. Carefully pull this up and insert the first the hook into the first stitch like this and put it onto your ring. So I want you to continue then to chain, but what's gonna happen is that as you chain 3, 4, 5, as you chain, this chain will not twist because it's on the first side. So just don't worry about this and just do your entire chain, leaving it here, and this will get bigger and bigger. So when you're ready to pull through and to form the loop, that your chain will not be all twisted up. So that's just a great tip that I learned on the Crochet Cruises. So please chain 54 for this size of hat. So I now have my 54 on here. I still have the first one on, and all I just need to do now is that I need to join it to the first single crochet. So because it's already on the hook, the way that I showed you is that you just have to pull through that one and through that one like so, and now this is not even twisted up, so then you can begin your next revolution. Let's move along to round number 1 of the instruction. In round number 1 we're gonna chain up 1 first, and we're gonna do 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches going all the way around. So just grabbing only 1 strand only, and just 1 single crochet into each. The key when you come all the way back around is that in the event that you did not do it the way that I showed you, or it twisted in some way, you wanna make sure before you get all the way to the end that you wanna untwist it before you're finalizing. So just please put one single crochet into each one of the chain stitches going across. So I'm coming up all the way back around, so you wanna make sure that this is not twisted. Just think about a fan belt of a car that is like a band, and you don't want it to twist at all. So you make sure that when you join it to the beginning single crochet that it is not twisted in any way. Okay, so it should be nice and flat just like this. So let's begin to do in row number 2. So row number 2 and 3 are critical for this first part of the hat, because we're gonna be repeating rows number 2 and 3. So we're going to, let's start off row number 2, and you'll be having to do this again 2 more times after we do this in the future. So watch this. We're gonna chain 2. Okay, and you're gonna notice in the instruction that chain 2 at the beginning of a round does not count as a stitch. So you cannot say that, you can't just go to the next stitch on this, because this does not count. It's more like a builder. So what we want to do in this one is that in the back loops only, okay, so you wanna go in the back loops only of the same one that's underneath, okay, where you did the join, you wanna do a half double crochet. So for those that are new with crochet, because I think this is a easy level, is that there's 2 strands that always make up a stitch. The first strand is the front loop, and the other strand is the back loop. Together they make up the name of a stitch. So you wanna go in the back loop only, and you wanna half double crochet. So just wrap the hook, pull through all 3. Okay, so I need you for round number 2 to go half double crochet in the back loops all the way around. I'll meet you back there at the end of this revolution in just a moment. So I'm coming up all the way around, and I am doing the half double crochet in the back loops only. So these are creating the ridges. That's why it's called the family ridge hat. So let's just join it to the top of the first half double crochet. Okay, so don't do it to the chaining of 2, it's just right to the top of the first one, so that it buries that in and you get a better seam line look when you do it like that. Let's move along to round number 3. Very easy. We're just gonna chain 1, and coming into the same one right underneath, you just want to do the single crochets into each stitch going all the way around. So this is round number 3. So I'm gonna come back here, and then we need to repeat rounds 2 and 3 2 more times after we get this done. So you'll have a total of 4 more additional rows to do, and I'll kick you off on that, and then we'll meet back up and we'll start shaping the crown, because it's gonna get smaller from that point. So I'm single crocheting all the way back around to my last one. Don't forget, this one that appears to be a stitch is not a stitch. Okay, see how it extends into the beginning? So you wanna make sure that you're just gonna join it to the top of the beginning single crochet. A lot of people think that that extension over is a stitch, and when they do it they keep adding stitches accidentally. So what I need you to do is that I need you to repeat rows 2 and 3 2 more times. So 2 3 2 3. Okay, so I wrote it down on a sticky note for myself, so I'm gonna check those off as they go. To review again, we chain up 2, which does not count as a stitch, coming straight down in to the back loop only, and I want you to half double crochet all the way around. That's round number 2, and then when you come all the way around you're going to slip stitch and then single crochet normally all the way around after that, and then continue to do round number 2, which is this again, and then the single crochet round, and then we're gonna meet back up and I'm gonna show you how to do the crown shaping. So it's gonna get smaller from this point, and it will start speeding up for you. So please do rounds 2 and 3 a total of 2 times each. So you'll have 2 3 2 3, and meet me back here and we'll start shaping the crown. So I've now just repeated rounds 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. So this is what it looks like here, but that's not all the instruction in that particular line. So it says to repeat round number 2 once more, and round number 2 is the half double crochet. Now I was looking at my sample and I was really finished this the other day, and do you notice something is wrong with this? I noticed it after I was done, and I was really quite upset with myself, and I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong in order to make it work. Do you see what's wrong? This here, see the distance here? It looks off. Everything else looks nice and even down here, but this one, and that's because I had missed that instruction right where I am right now, is that I need to repeat round number 2 one more time. So you're going to notice in the remainder of this hat, every time we do a decrease, we're going to be decreasing in the single crochet line. So when we go to start the crown, for example, I have just finished round number 3 here in a single crochet. When we start the crown we're gonna be doing single crochet. So that's how I ended up with 2 lines here of single crochet, and that's how come it wasn't balanced. So just don't don't be like me and don't do that. So let's repeat for the remainder of this part of the hat is that we have to repeat round number 2 again. So just one last time. So if you were down here and you've skipped ahead in this video, so you repeated 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and now you got to repeat 2 one more time. Okay, so continued back loops, half double crochet, going all the way around, and then we're gonna move on to the crown. So don't skip that part of the instruction. It's easy to skip, so therefore it will not be in balance. So I'll see you back here in just a moment, and then we will truly move on to the crown from this point. So I'm coming up all the way to the end of this one here, and this was a repeat of round number 2. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take you back to the pattern because I need to show you something, because you're gonna think that instructions are missing unless you're keen on observing exactly what I'm about to show you. So let's just join it to the top of the beginning half double crochet, and that was repeating round 2. So therefore this is what it looks like so far. You do have a bit of a slip stitch line. You should be aware of that just in case you want to know about that stuff. Most crocheters do. So let's look back at the instruction and let's show you something else. So here's my instructions once again, and we're gonna go on with shaping the crown. We start off with single crochets. So what we're going to do all the way until round number 9 is that every time we do a decrease, it's gonna happen on the single crochet line, not on the half double crochet. So it makes it quite easier in order to function. But you'll notice that it says second and alternative rounds, okay, and it's just chain 2 and then working back loops again, half double crochet. So every other row here, or every other round, is just the regular half double crochet. So you're not actually decreasing or increasing. It's just growing slowly, or actually decreasing slowly. But do you notice up here there's no round 4, there's no round 6 or round 8. So this was round second and alternative round. So every time you have an instruction here, so where's 4th round? It's this one here. Okay, so it's in between. So it's just a matter of, instead of the designer continuing to write this over and over and over, all they're saying is that the alternative, so round number 4 is this, round number 6 is that, and round number 8 is also that. So you just have to fill in the spaces here. So you got to make sure that you do that and don't accidentally skip over these, and make sure that you put your alternative rounds in. So let's begin starting to decrease, and we're gonna be referring to, on this particular one is to 2 to 4 size. We're looking for these color, and on alternative rounds on number 2 it doesn't matter because it's just 1 half double crochet into each. So they're really focusing on the rounds that have the decrease in there in order for you to help. Now round number 10, again you just follow the instructions that it's giving off as well. So let's begin to do this next. So let's begin shaping of the crown. We're gonna chain 1 and single crochet into this one. Okay, so we have to single crochet into 7 in a row. That counts as 7. So let's do that. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to put in a single crochet 2 together. So to do 2 together, you insert the hook in, pull through, go to the next one, insert in, pull through, and then pull through all 3 loops. So those 2 just became 1. So the repeat pattern for this size of hat is 7. So 7 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then next 2 are together. So insert in, pull through, insert in, pull through, and then pull through all 3. So please do that same pattern going all the way around. So I'm coming up all the way around. The final 2 stitches are gonna be 2 together. Okay, that's because the 7 runs into that. So I got my 7, the next 2 was 2 together. In the event that you only had 1 left, I would just single crochet into that and then join it, and don't even worry about that at the point, because the next time that you need to decrease it will be back in balance. So it's a way to kind of cheat the system. So now is the time to fix it at this point. Say for example you were a little bit short, I would then even put in 2 double crochets into the same spot just to make it match the count. It really matters on this particular point. So this is where you would have to fake it or make it at this point in order to work. So let's just join it to the beginning single crochet. So we're gonna move up to the alternative round, number 2, and we're gonna do this every other one all the way until round number 9. So we're going to chain up 2 and then half double crochet into the back loop only for round number 2. Okay, so please do that for round number 2 for shaping the crown. Coming up all the way back around is just half double crochet into the back loops for round number 2, and then we're just gonna join it to the top of the beginning half double crochet. So let's move along to round number 3. So round number 3 we're gonna start decreasing. You're gonna notice the hat is gonna start coming in now at this point, and let's begin round number 3. So we're gonna chain up 1 and single crochet into the same spot, and that counts as one of the 6. So this time it's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then the next 2 are together. So put those together. So the repeat pattern on this one is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the next 2 are together. Please do that same pattern going all the way around. So I'm coming up all the way on round number 2 and round number 3, and the final 2 are together, keeping in balance with the same pattern, and join it to the beginning single crochet. We're now gonna move up then to the alternative round, which is number 4. Again, chain 2. Alternative round, if you remember, is just 1 half double crochet in the back loops going all the way around. So please do this for round number 4. Half double crochet in the back loops all the way around. Finishing up round number 4, just half double crochets into each, we're gonna move on to round number 5. So let's just join this to the top of the beginning half double crochet. So round number 5, you're gonna notice something unusual in round number 5. You'll notice that there's no color differences in how many that we need to do. So it says chain up 1, and we need to single crochet in the first 4 and then do 2 together. Now you'll notice that there is no color difference of how many of these crochets that you're gonna do before you do 2 together, and the reason for it is that all 4 sizes are at the same spot in the pattern. So they're all gonna do the 4 single crochets before doing 2 together. So if you're just questioning life in that particular pattern, that's exactly what's happening. So all of the sizes are matching exactly at this particular point in the pattern. So it's 4 single crochets in a row and then 2 together all the way around. Coming up all the way around, the last 2 are 2 together if you're keeping in line with the pattern. So let's just join it to the beginning single crochet, and let's move up to round number 6. Round number 6 is an alternative round, so it's chaining up 2 and then 1 half double crochet into each of the back loops going all the way around. So please do that for round number 6. So I'm concluding round number 6. It's the alternative round, and then we're gonna move up to round number 7. So let's just join this to the beginning half double crochet, and let's move up. So round number 7, okay, is chaining 1, and it says 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 and then 2 together. So 1, 2 and 3 and then 2 together. So that's the repeat pattern for this entire round. So it's 1, 2 and 3 and the next 2 are together. So please do that going all the way around. Final 2 stitches are 2 together, and you're noticing it's getting quicker and quicker like I promised you in the very beginning of this tutorial, and then join to the single crochet. So that was round number 7. So now we want to move up to round number 8, which is an alternative round. Once again, chaining of 2 and then back loop half double crochet all the way around. So after this round we're going to start then just finishing off the final pattern. There is no more alternative rounds at this point after this, and we really are gonna speed our way and finish this hat relatively quickly at this point. So half double crochet in each stitch going all the way around. So I'm finishing up round number 8. You can see that the hole is getting smaller and smaller, so it's getting quicker and quicker as I promised. So finishing up round number 8 is just an alternative round, half double crochet, join it to the beginning, half double crochet. So round number 9 we're going to chain up 1, and we're gonna do 1 single crochet in the next 2. So 1 and 2, and then the next 2 are together. So that's the repeat pattern for this round. Okay, so it's 1 and 2 and the next 2 are together. Please do that for round number 9. Finishing up round number 9, the final 2 are just 2 together and then just join to the single crochet. So round number 10. So round number 10 we are going to do half double crochets 2 together in this one to keep it in balance. So let's begin. Chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and working in the back loops only. 1 half double crochet in the next stitch and then half double crochet 2 together in the other 2. So we're gonna do, the first one is a half double crochet and the next 2 are gonna be together. So we wrap the hook going into the back loop only, pull through, wrap the hook again going into the next back loop, pull through, and you have 5 loops on your hook, wrap and pull through all 5. So that's a half double crochet 2 together. So the next one is just 1 half double crochet by itself and the next 2 are together. So wrap into the back loop, pull through, wrap, back loop, pull through. You have 5 loops on your hook, wrap and pull through all 5. Please do that same patterning going all the way around. So it's 1 by itself and then 2 are together. Finishing up round number 10, the final 2 are together for half double crochets 2 together, and then join it to the beginning half double crochet. Let's move along to round number 11. Round number 11 is the final round of this entire hat. You'll notice that the hole is much smaller here on the top. So let's begin round number 11. So it says chain 1 and single crochet 2 together and repeat all the way around. So we come into the first stitch, pull through, next stitch, pull through all 3. Okay, so next stitch, pull through, next stitch, pull through, and then all 3 loops. And you're gonna do that 2 together. So you're gonna do that all the way around, and then when we come back I'm gonna show you how to finish out the top. So it just matter of grabbing a darning needle and closing in the final hole. So 2 together all the way around. So the final 2 stitches are together, and then we just join it to the top of the beginning 2 together like so. So now you're gonna end up with the little hole that's in the top here. I want you to cut a string. It's about 12 inches long. Cut this same string about 12 inches long and pull that through that loop. So now what we need to do is use that same string and put a darning needle onto it. And what I want you to do is that I want you to weave it into the 2 together stitches that are around the top. Okay, so just going in the same direction, just going into the stitch, and I'm not pulling it tight until the end because I get the sick joy out of that doing that. When I like to see it all come together at the top and give it the wow factor. So I'm just going into each one. Okay, and going all the way around, and I'm just gonna go into the first one once again, and now I'm just gonna pull it all. Okay, so it just pulled it all together at the top, and I want to just come opposite to each other. I want to go diagonal to each other. It's the same color string so you can get away with murder up here. Okay, so now I'm going to just weave it through, and then I'm gonna go back down through the middle. So just open it up and insert the hook down through the middle. Do not poke yourself when it comes through the middle, and come into the other side of the hat. So I'm gonna tie it to some fibers underneath in the inside of the hat just like this. Okay, and now I can safely just trim that. Now we're not quite done. We have to come back to the where we started. This strand has to be woven in as well. Okay, so just take your darning needle, put this strand on. It can never fall out if it goes in 3 different directions, so I didn't leave a lot of slack for myself. So all I'm just gonna do is just go in really quite lightly, just go into some fibers underneath, and if you go in 3 times back and forth, it'll never fall out on you. You always have to go in a different spot every time you go back and forth. Okay, and now I can just safely trim that out, and I don't have to worry about that falling out on me. So this would be the conclusion on how to do the 2 to 4 size. Like so, it looks really great. You do have a seam line that is on the back, and it looks amazing, and it looks like a beehive really. So this is the 2 to 4 size. It's a great little size. So this is the hat, and this is a 2 to 4 size. You can see there is a seam line, depending on what color you choose, becomes really quite obvious. The other one here, this is a different color. Okay, it's not so like the grays kind of really make it really quite loud. But you can just kind of do that. I always put the seam lines in the back of the hat when I'm wearing it anyway, or even to the side. But this is a great little pattern, and it's a free pattern. This is the 2 to 4 year old size. Enjoy your day and have a super one. We'll see you again.